You know, the Maximum Deadpool really showed me how fucking stupid toy collectors are and how pissed off they actually make me. But what am I talking about? Well, the Maximum Deadpool basically released, or not released, but released as in teasers. And people are glazing the shit out of it. Oh my god, it's totally worth the $50. Look at the new sculpt and the accessories. And nothing hurts my brain more than these stupid fucking arguments. Oh, well, just because it's a new sculpt, it's definitely worth the $50. Literally every other company does this. I don't know why it's so special when Marvel Legends does this. Every company has to sculpt a brand new figure when it comes to stuff like that. Is there anything inherently wrong with reusing stuff? No, but it means that when you're gonna be charging at a $50 price point, acting like it's completely new, yeah, there's a fucking problem. Let's look at the accessories. All of the hand selection is basically copied from Hydra Bob. The pistols are two. The little swift knife, they reused that to death. The katanas too, that no one even fucking likes to my knowledge. The AK-47 is from this Deadpool. That's basically just repainted and added a little hand grab at the stock. The M60 is basically from the Punisher. The muzzle flash, to my knowledge, might be new, but could possibly be reused. And while the head sculpt is new, there's only one. There's not even a fully unmasked head sculpt, which is so utterly disappointing. Anyways, there is also the dupe statue that, yes, is just a glorified statue. Anyways, here's an image on screen of everything shaded in that's reused. That should give you a more visual representation. Look, this wouldn't be such a problem if it wasn't for the fact that it's priced at $50. If this was more along the lines of $35 or even $40, that would have been way more acceptable. Because guess what? All of these reused items don't cost as much to make just because they've already designed and have already molded them. Thus, and therefore, it should be cheaper, but it isn't. This $50 Deadpool is $15 off from the Hulk, and that $15 off from the Hulk is the same thing as the Maximum Spider-Man. Anyways, and then there's the other argument of whataboutism, where it's like, well, what about Mayfix? What about SHF? I'm not talking about those, am I? I'm talking about Marvel Legends. And especially when it comes to the articulation. There's a major difference in the feeling of an import versus a domestic figure. Most domestic figures have that feel to them and that ratchetiness to their joints, which in all fairness is fair for what they're pricing it at. It's completely fair because I get that it's gonna cost more money if you end up improving the joints too much. But if you're actually improving the joints that much, then I wouldn't mind if you increase the price. Hell, look at Jada Toys. They've been around for not as long as Marvel Legends has, and yet they have made more good changes to their articulation than Marvel Legends. Hell, look at their fucking new Alpha line that may or may not happen just due to the over market share. They're literally having imports level of articulation, and then with the Jada Toys Mark, the Invincible line, it literally looks like import level. So I don't know why people forget that the way they feel are completely different, and these figures still feel like Marvel Legends. But regardless, it doesn't even matter because I'm not talking about them. We're talking about the Marvel Legends at hand, and in which case, again, they're not worth the money that they're putting them out for. So it baffles me when people pay for it. Look, here's the thing about the action figure community that just really shocked me and really exemplified how stupid some of these people are. Okay, not necessarily how stupid some of them are, but how stupid this idea is. Here's an example of everyone who says, yeah, the price ain't it, but I'm still gonna buy it anyways. It's such a dumb mindset to have. It's like asking someone to stop doing something, yet you actively allow them and encourage them to do that thing that you said you don't want to happen. Was that a little bit of a convoluted metaphor? Yeah, but I don't really care. It kind of gets my point. So let's also talk about the brainwashing that this has done, that Hasbro has irreversibly done. It's a good deal. What do you expect from Marvel Legends? It's a Maximum series, actually, correction. What do you expect from the Maximum series? It's supposed to be $50. Who allowed it to be that way? We did. We allowed them to price it at the $50 price point. Because so many of you guys were like, yes, give it to me, Hasbro. Let me just pay all my money to you. And look, if your argument against that is, just get your money up, then that means you actually have no fucking argument. But basically what I'm saying is that you're setting a bad precedent for the rest of the action figure industry, saying that yes, we're gonna pay whatever and however you want just because you priced it at that amount, and we're gonna accept it, and we're not gonna fight against it because we have no power. You can screw us over as much as you like. You're supporting bad business practices when you're purchasing these figures. You're basically telling the company, hey, it's okay to keep on pricing them at these prices. It's completely fine. I will continue to buy it for as long as I live. We're just profits to you. Blah, 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 blah. And again, and just to further prove my point, this isn't limited to Marvel Legends. This happens with almost every company, but the most egregious ones definitely has to be Tamashii Nations with their premium Bandai site, as well as McFarlane with their horrible, terrible amounts of reuse, as well as just being a terrible fucking action figure company in general. I mean, look at the new Mortal Kombat line. It's actually fucking embarrassing. Anyways, but you still get my point. It's just such a dumb idea to say, hey, I don't like this pricing, but I'm still gonna buy it anyways. You're supporting a bad business practice, and again, you're setting a precedent, and which you already did when all of you guys bought the Maximum Hulk, when you guys bought the Maximum Spidey. And I'm not saying that these are bad figures. These are genuinely good figures. I think they're good figures, but they're not worth the $50. We can have good figures and them still be cheap. That's the thing. But some of you guys just don't get that and think, oh, well, I should still buy this figure anyways. It's like there will always be another Deadpool. There will always be another Spider-Man. There probably won't be another Hulk, to be honest. Hulk gets no love for some reason. But anyways, my point still stands. It genuinely just pisses me off whenever I see stuff like this, and I'm tired of acting like it isn't just an inherently fucking stupid thing to continue to support and say that, no, it's actually okay to buy these things. No, it's not. It's not okay to buy these things. All you're doing is supporting a bad business practice. At what point do you eventually stop? At what point are you gonna sit there and just keep on taking it no matter what? Is Marvel Legends gonna increase their average fucking figure to $30? Would you be okay with that? $35? A lot of you guys might say no now, but suddenly you're going to be super accepting of it as long as they set the Maximum series line to continue to go higher and higher. Anyways, I don't really know how to end this video off other than saying, like, I don't know. You can, at the end of the day, you don't have to listen to me. You could always just buy it anyways. It's just upsetting to see how a hobby can get limited out of people from actually joining in just because they see the high prices of an action figure. And look, you might say, oh, you're overreacting. This is just a smaller step. $50 isn't that much. Yeah, until it becomes more and more and more. Companies love pushing the line every single time. They love doing that. Hell, look at the new Mephisto figure. It's like $80 fucking for a shitty throne and barely any of accessories. What, just because he's 7 inches taller and has a throne? Like, it's genuinely embarrassing and baffling me how you guys just continue to let them push you and push you further. Like, it's just marketing 101. Most likely this video will get absolutely no views and nothing will come out of it, and I'll literally just sit here all by myself, an old man screaming at clouds. But hey, you know what? Maybe some people will watch this, and maybe some people will agree with me. Maybe some people will be very against me and think I'm a fucking idiot and a dumbass and I should just go die in a hill. But who knows? Anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, it's the only one that I've made. I mean, the other ones are just reviews and very simple ones at that. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.